Hi everyone, it's Lynn here. Like everyone else who has an oven and a bag of flour, I've been baking during this pandemic. I'm not Italian and I'm not a chef, but I do like baking and having fun in the kitchen. And since I love pizza, I decided to try my hand at making the dough for the crust. First, I started with doughs that can be made rather quickly so that I could make it for the next meal. They worked pretty well, but I didn't think they were quite that great, really. They tasted kind of bland and also baked on the regular pizza pan. The crust didn't come out that nice and crispy like we all like. I did a little investigation in order to make changes in the dough. And also, I ordered some things online. Who hasn't done that during these times? Well, I finally came up with a pizza crust that I really like. And I want to show you some of the things that I learned and have worked for me, and also show you some of the things that didn't go right all the time. So let's get to making pizza. The day before making the pizza, I made Poolish. Poolish is like a one-time sourdough starter that adds flavor and raises the dough. I used 2/3 cup whole wheat flour, 2/3 cup room temperature water, 1/2 teaspoon honey, and 1/4 teaspoon dry yeast. I mixed it up and then placed it in a container with a lid and left it on the counter overnight. In the end, I wasn't happy with the whole wheat flour. Next time I'll use all-purpose flour. The next day, about 3 hours before the time I wanted to bake the pizza, I finished making the dough. I mixed a scant cup of room temperature water into the Poolish. In a large mixing bowl, I placed 2 cups of 00 wheat flour, 3/4 teaspoon salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of dry yeast. The 00 flour gives the dough a lot of elasticity, but next time I'm going to add a cup of all-purpose flour for 1 of the cups of 00 flour for better flavor. I added the Poolish mixture, a tablespoon of olive oil, and later even more flour, and I ended up still with an elastic batter, not dough. So even though this was supposed to be a no-knead dough, I dumped it in the mixing bowl and used the dough hook. It finally came together as a soft dough. I placed it in a well-oiled bowl and covered it with plastic wrap and let it rise in the oven with just the light on for a couple of hours. From the dough, I made 2 balls, flattened them a little bit, and covered them until I was ready to make the pizza. In the meantime, I sautéed the veggies I was going to use on the pizza in a skillet on the stovetop. 45 minutes before baking time, I set the oven to 475 to get the stone hot. Then 10 minutes before, I set the broiler to 550 to get the stone really hot. Then turned it back down to 475 to bake. I put the pizza together on the pizza peel, the sauce, the cheese, and the other goodies. For sure, when you make homemade pizza, you have a lot of dirty dishes. But you end up with something great tasting that you can't get in a box. See how nice that crust is? Making a delicious pizza is a lot of fun. At least I think so. But it can take some time and patience and isn't always easy. but you end up with something homemade, so much better than what comes out of the box. At least I think so. So look for more pizza videos in the future from my channel. And if you haven't already subscribed, you can do that below. And make sure you hit that little bell so you get notification when I put out a new video. I appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time. Nos vemos.